हाँ, गुड मॉर्निंग दोस्तों, गुड मॉर्निंग। ये जो आज का जो क्लास हो रहा है, कल का क्लास का थोड़ा सा कंटिन्यूशन है। कल जो हम पढ़े थे, क्या पढ़े थे? वी हैव लर्न दैट हाउ टू राइट द रिएक्शंस बिटवीन द एसिड एंड बेस. In particular, we did some reactions of sodium hydroxide with some acidic oxides. Then we have learned that the oxides which are not in ionized form, how we can make into ionized form by adding in water. It was so easy, and it was at the end all the students were so happy that they could solve or they could complete the reactions without memorizing anything, rather to say. But there we have discussed all the reactions by taking 1 mole of the base. 1 mole of the base. That means 1 mole of sodium hydroxide was allowed to react with 1 mole of the acids. Therefore, there is a single displacement of the protons. But here today I am going to discuss some acids where that acid can release more than 1 H plus ions, and that necessarily we call the N factors. You know that is called basicity. An acid can release H plus ions, a number of H plus ions an acid can release, that we call basicity. In general, we call that term as N factor. Now I have taken here 3 particular reactions of the phosphoric acid, phosphorus acid and hypophosphorus acid. You can see in the first reactions, this phosphoric acid can react up to maximum 3 moles of sodium hydroxide. That phosphorus acid can react with maximum 2 moles of sodium hydroxide, and hypophosphorus acid can react with maximum only 1 mole of sodium hydroxide. But if you see the structure here, phosphoric acid, phosphorus acid and hypophosphorus acid, in all 3 cases, number of hydrogen is 3. Apparently it seems that all the 3 acid should give 3 H plus ions, but case is not like that. First case, it can replace 3 H plus ions. Second case, it can replace 2 H plus ions max. In the last case, hypophosphorus acid case, it can replace only 1 H plus ions. Therefore, it can react with only 1 moles of sodium hydroxide. As it can replace 2 H plus ions, it can react with 2 moles of sodium hydroxide. As it can replace 3 H plus ions, that's why it can react with maximum 3 moles of sodium hydroxide. If you react with 1 moles, only 1 hydrogen will get replaced by the sodium. If you react with 2 moles, 2 hydrogen will get replaced by the 2 sodium. If you react with 3 moles, all 3 hydrogen will get replaced. But here, it can maximum replace 2 hydrogens, not all 3 hydrogens. And last case, it can replace only 1 hydrogen, not 3 hydrogen. Why it is so? That's I am going to explain in these particular sessions. For that, we should have the clear-cut idea regarding the phosphoric acid. The structure of the phosphoric acid that I have drawn, I suppose it is known to you, that one of the oxygens form double bonds with the phosphorus, and another 3 oxygens are attached to the phosphorus, and 3 hydrogens are attached to the oxygens. Here, in the second case, if we compare here also one phosphorus and double bonds. There are 2 oxygens attached to the phosphorus, and 2 hydrogens attached to 2 oxygens. Another hydrogen is left, that hydrogen is attached to the phosphorus, because phosphorus showing pentacovalency. In the last case, again phosphorus and double bonds, there is 1 more oxygen that is attached to the phosphorus, that oxygen attached to the 1 more hydrogen, 2 more hydrogens are there attached to the phosphorus. Here, if we talk about the electronegativity, I suppose you know what is called electronegativity. It is the tendency, I hope it is known to you, but still I am just reminding you, it is the tendency or capacity of a particular atoms to attract the sharing pair of electrons towards itself. That's called electronegativity. That electronegativity increases left to right in a particular periods and decreases top to bottoms. Therefore, if we compare the electronegativity here, hydrogen, phosphorus and oxygen, electronegativity order is this. Because oxygen is the present in the second periods in the 16 groups, and phosphorus belongs to the third period in the group 15, and hydrogen belongs to the group 1. Left to right electronegativity increases. Therefore, here oxygen has the highest electronegativity, and then phosphorus, then hydrogen. Therefore, if I compare the difference of electronegativity between hydrogen and oxygen, and between hydrogen and phosphorus, I suppose this difference is much higher than other difference. Difference of electronegativity, this difference will be much higher than this difference. Am I right? Yes. This is the lowest, this is the highest. Therefore, that difference will be higher than this difference. As difference of electronegativity here it is more, this bond is more polar. More polar. Polarity of a bond depends upon the difference of electronegativity. And this bond is your less polar. And we know these are acting as acid in aqueous medium. And we know water is highly polar molecule. You know that? Yes, highly polar molecule. Again, one more thing, it is known to us that like dissolve like. That means polar solvent can break polar bond. Therefore, which bond will break in water? This bond, not this bond. Therefore, here this hydrogen oxygen bond, highly polar bond, this bond will break, this bond can break, this bond can break. As a result, in water it can release 3H plus ions max, plus it will give PO4 3 minus. Therefore, here 3H plus ions we can get. Therefore, it can react up to with 3 moles of sodium hydroxide. If you give only 1 mole of sodium hydroxide, surely it will replace only one of the H plus. If you give 2 moles, it will have 2 H plus. If you give 3 moles, it can replace all the hydrogens from the phosphoric acid, and we can get the salt Na3PO4. But same thing, if you come to this particular structure, this bond will break, this bond will break, but not this bond. Why not this bond? This bond is non-polar, almost non-polar. This bond is almost non-polar because difference of electronegativity between hydrogen and phosphorus is very less. Like dissolve like, water is highly polar solvent, polar bonds will break, not the non-polar bonds or very less polar bonds will not break. Therefore, this bond will not break. Therefore, it can release up to 2H plus ions. 2H plus ions. Therefore, it will be here 2H plus H PO3 2 minus. Therefore, it can react with max 2 moles of sodium hydroxide. If you give only 1 mole of sodium hydroxide, what will happen? Only 1 H plus will be replaced, and we will get what? NaH2PO3. But if you give 2 moles, all the hydrogen attached to the oxygens will get replaced. Yes, clear? Similarly, third case, hypophosphorus acid. Here you see only one hydrogen attached to the oxygen. Only this bond is polar. Therefore, in water, only this bond will break. Not this bond, not this bond. Therefore, how many H plus it can produce? Only one. It can produce only one H plus, and remaining it will be H2PO2 1 minus. Therefore, this case it can react with only 1 mole of sodium hydroxide. Though here all the 3 acids contain 3 hydrogen, 3 hydrogen, 3 hydrogen, but capacity of this acid to replace hydrogen is 3, here is 2, here it is 1. Why it is so? Due to its structure. That is very important. Apparently seems that all the 3 acids should release 3H plus, but actually it is not the case. Clear? Because their structure is different. Only the hydrogen which are attached to the oxygens and hydrogen oxygen bond being more polar, that particular bond breaks. But the hydrogen which are attached to the phosphorus, the difference of electronegativity between hydrogen and phosphorus is very less. This bond, hydrogen phosphorus bonds, considered to be non-polar. That's why this bond will not break. Therefore, these hydrogens will not get generated H plus ions. Therefore, number of H plus ions which these 3 acids can furnish are different. 3, 2, 1. Similarly, if you talk about the sulfuric acid, sulfuric acid, there are 2 hydrogen attached to the oxygens, therefore this sulfuric acid can generate 2 H plus ions by breaking this bond and this bond. Sulfuric acid can generate, makes 2 H plus ions. It can generate, makes 2 H plus ions. Therefore, we can say maximum N factor of the sulfuric acid can be 2. Similarly, carbonic acid, 2 hydrogen attached to the oxygens, therefore this bond can break, this bond can break. This carbonic acid also can generate, makes 2 H plus ions. Therefore, N factor of this carbonic acid also 2 makes. If you give only 1 moles of base, only 1 H plus will get replaced. If you give 2 moles of sodium hydroxide, it will replace 2 H plus ions. Could you follow? The structure may contains 3, 2, 4 hydrogens, but it doesn't mean it will replace all the hydrogens when allowed to react with the base. It depends upon its structure. Therefore, don't get confused. Since all 3 formula contains 3 hydrogens, doesn't mean it will replace 3 H plus ions. Their structure is different, and how many H plus ions will generate, it depends upon their structure. It depends upon the difference of electronegativity of the bond. In this 3 case, hydrogen oxygen bond is more polar, difference of electronegativity is very high, but hydrogen phosphorus bond is less polar, almost non-polar, because difference of electronegativity between hydrogen and phosphorus is very less. Clear? That's why the last class we have taken only 1 moles of base, therefore we have replaced only 1 H plus ions, but we can replace mix H plus ions equal to their N factors. It depends upon the structure of the acids. Okay, hope you could understood. Thank you.